What if your dream job was actually your biggest dating nightmare? Today, we're diving into the professions that make men swipe left or run for the hills. This isn't about judging success, it's about the real impact these high-stakes careers have on relationships from a man's perspective. We surveyed hundreds of men, dug into the data, and heard stories you won't find anywhere else. Why does a six-figure salary sometimes feel like a red flag? Why does a respected job create chaos at home? We're breaking down the 6 professions men avoid in dating and why these careers spark insecurity or scream incompatibility. Get ready, this one's going to ruffle feathers. First up, lawyers. These women are sharp, brilliant, and trained to win arguments for a living. In court, that's an asset. At home, it's a different story. Every disagreement can feel like a legal battle. Even a simple dinner debate turns into cross-examination. For a man seeking peace after a long day, this is exhausting. He wants a partner, not a prosecutor. The legal field is notorious for brutal hours, 60, 70, even 80 a week. Dates get canceled, weekends disappear, and the relationship feels like an afterthought. Emotional connection suffers. He's not competing with other men. He's competing with her clients, her cases, and her ambition. Even when she's home, her mind is still at the office. That emotional distance is a relationship killer. Law is a masculine energy field. Logic, aggression, detachment. After a day in that mode, it's hard to switch back to warmth and softness at home. Relationships thrive on polarity, masculine and feminine energy. When both partners bring the same energy, attraction fizzles. He doesn't want to be challenged at home. He wants harmony. The stress of the job spills over. Irritability, anxiety, overwhelm. He becomes her emotional sponge, absorbing negativity instead of receiving nurturing energy. Over time, the home feels like an extension of the office. Fun and lightness get buried under professional stress. So when a man hears lawyer, he's not intimidated by her intelligence. He's worried about endless debates, emotional distance, and never seeing her. Debate is her job. At home, he just wants peace. Next, doctors and nurses. Society calls them heroes, but dating one is a challenge few expect. The schedule is chaos, 12-hour shifts, night calls, and last-minute emergencies. Planning a simple date is a logistical nightmare. The relationship feels long distance, even if you live together. After a grueling shift, she's drained, physically and emotionally. He wants to connect, but she's got nothing left to give. The hospital gets her best, he gets the leftovers. Healthcare is emotionally brutal. She sees trauma daily, and that can create emotional distance at home. His problems feel small compared to what she faces at work, so he stops sharing. Emotional intimacy crumbles. She bonds deeply with colleagues who understand her world, leaving him feeling like an outsider. At work, she's the caregiver and problem solver. At home, it's hard to turn that off, disrupting the natural relationship dynamic. He wants to provide and protect, but her fierce independence leaves him feeling unneeded. He respects her but worries about loneliness, canceled plans, and building a family with someone who's rarely present. She saves lives all day, but comes home too tired to connect. Let's talk about influencers and content creators. It looks glamorous. Free stuff, exotic trips, thousands of fans. But for a man, it's a dating minefield. Her life, and the relationship, becomes content. Every moment is staged for the camera. He's not a partner, he's the Instagram boyfriend, always behind the scenes. Private moments are interrupted for the perfect post. Authenticity gets sacrificed for engagement. He starts to wonder, is she happy with him or with the likes? Her self-worth and mood are tied to follower counts. No matter how much love he gives, it can't compete with viral validation. Her phone is a constant third wheel. He's competing with her global audience for attention. Oversharing is the norm. Arguments and personal struggles become content for her followers. There are no boundaries. His vulnerabilities are broadcast for clicks. Her DMs are flooded with attention from other men. Even if she's loyal, the constant temptation is unsettling. Dating an influencer feels like dating a brand, not a person. The line between real and online is blurred. He wants a private, grounded relationship, not a co-star in a never-ending reality show. Now, the C-suite, corporate executives and CEOs. These women are powerhouses, ambitious, driven, and self-sufficient. But hyper-independence can make a man feel unnecessary. He wants to provide and contribute, not just be an accessory in her already complete life. CEOs operate in masculine, directive energy all day. At home, it's hard to switch gears. She manages the relationship like a business, leaving no room for him to lead. The natural polarity is gone. He's forced into a passive role, which is deeply unattractive for most men. Her schedule is relentless. He's not just competing with her calendar, he's competing with her entire empire. The relationship gets whatever's left after the company takes its share. Holidays, weekends, even evenings, he's often alone. The stress is off the charts. She's distracted, irritable, and emotionally unavailable. Her world is power lunches and high-pressure events. He wants a simpler, more grounded life. Ultimately, dating a high-level executive can feel like being in a relationship with a corporation. He admires her success, but wonders if there's any space left for him. Let's talk about constant travelers, flight attendants, pilots, and sales pros. The jet-set lifestyle sounds fun, but building a relationship with someone who's never home is nearly impossible. Absence is the core problem. Relationships are built on shared, everyday moments, not FaceTime and texts. When she's gone half the month, you miss out on real connection. Emotional intimacy suffers. You live separate lives with different routines and friends. When she's home, it takes time to reconnect. Then she's gone again. Trust becomes a challenge. She's in new cities, new situations, and the mind wanders. Every missed call or unanswered text breeds anxiety, not from jealousy, but from the situation itself. Lifestyle clash is real. He wants stability and roots. Her life is defined by transit. Resentment builds on both sides. He feels like a home base, not a partner. Loneliness is constant. He's functionally single, but with the emotional weight of a relationship. Ultimately, he asks, if you never see her, is it even a relationship? He wants a partner, not a postcard. Last, nightlife jobs, bartenders, club promoters, anyone whose work starts after dark. Fun, social, and lucrative. But for a man seeking commitment, it's a red flag parade. The environment is constant temptation. She's surrounded by intoxicated men, flirtation is part of the job, and boundaries are tested nightly. He has to trust her in a world designed for hookups. It's not insecurity, it's statistics. The lifestyle is inverted. Her day starts at 9 p.m., his at 7 a.m. They live in opposite time zones. Shared experiences vanish. Weekends are her busiest nights, he's always alone. The nightlife culture, alcohol, chaos, live for the moment, clashes with his desire for stability. He worries about her health, values, and readiness for a serious future. Trust is the biggest casualty. Every story about a flirty customer or wild night plants seeds of doubt. Even if she's loyal, the stress and external judgment are relentless. Dating someone in nightlife means constant questions. How do you build a future with someone living in the night? There you have it, the 6 professions that give men pause and the real reasons why. This isn't about being intimidated by success. It's about the lifestyle and energy these careers demand. Men want peace, connection, and polarity, not a second workplace at home. When a job drains time and emotional energy, the foundation of a relationship suffers. It's not about her being too much, it's about the job demanding too much. Men aren't intimidated by successful women, they're tired of dating women who act like men. It's not about paycheck envy, it's about partnership. So before you get triggered, ask, is your career costing you connection? Drop a comment. Would you date someone in these professions? Did we miss any red flags? Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for real talk every week.